Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we've actually, in the past couple of weeks, we've taken a look at a few pretty big tower Macs, those being my two Mac Pros, but this is a bit different. This, if you remember, almost a year ago, I made a video that was me setting up a PowerMac G5 as a file server, and that never ended up working because the machine kept crashing. And yeah, this is that machine. I haven't fired this thing up in about 11 months and 2 weeks or so, I want to say. And I figured, because I don't really have a video idea for today and I'm waiting on a few packages, so I figured there was really no better time than now to make a video about firing this machine up. So if you remember when we unboxed it, I believe this had 2 gigs of RAM in it and no hard drive, or maybe a 160 gig drive. And we unboxed it almost 2 years ago, actually. I believe September 2015 is when I got this machine. Long time ago. But what I did was I put 8 gigs of RAM from my Xserve G5 in it, and I put, I believe, 2 500 gig drives in it, or something. And yeah, so in this video, I'm just going to be putting the stuff back in it and firing it up, testing it, and installing Leopard on it. And I also might play a few games, so yeah. So I'm going to pull off the acrylic baffle here, and then pull the fans out. And let me move the camera over a bit. You can probably see I'm messy my room is. I have a lot of papers and stuff. I've been really busy the past week, and I will be pretty busy for the next probably 4 weeks. So if you see an absence in videos, that's why, because I just haven't been, I actually don't have the time to make videos right now, but I want to anyway, and when I have spare time, that's what I'll be doing. That came across a bit wrong. I do have free time, and I do have time to make videos. It's just whatever, you get what I'm saying. But just a sneak, actually no, a sneak preview or whatever isn't the right thing, just a little secret for you guys watching the video. I am planning to do a PowerPC challenge pretty soon, actually, maybe around Christmas is probably when I'm going to do it, because I have actually maybe mid-January, because that's when my break is at school. So that's what I'll be doing then. But here is the last memory module. So also dual 1.8 gigahertz G5s in there. And then I don't know what video card that is, and then those are the drive bays. So I'm going to be doing something kind of different with this. So this is a 500 gig Seagate laptop drive here, and this is a 120 gig OWC 3G SSD. And I'm going to be installing everything on the SSD. However, the drive contains the OS X Leopard installer, and that is from my server, because I have that archived on my server. So let us pull out that cable a bit more, and then you guys probably can't see what I'm doing because my hands are in the way, but oh, and that SATA power connector has some issues because it is broken. So, and I'm just going to take a drink of soda. And then pop this panel back on. And then I'm going to get this set up on the KVM. So this is my third time taking this clip. So what has been going on is the G5 basically won't boot into anything, won't recognize a boot device. And I'm thinking, I don't know why it's doing that, but basically what I'm going to do is instead of using that 500 gig drive, I'm going to be using that Glyph external 80 gig drive, the Firewire one that I usually install Leopard with, and hope that that works. I'm going to turn on the external drive. Hit the button, power button on the G5, and then hold down Option to get into the boot menu. Here we go, that's better. So you can see, of course, like I say every time I install Leopard off this drive, there's PowerBook Clone and Leopard Recovery Clone. PowerBook Clone is the original clone of my PowerBook G4, my first PowerBook G4. So that clone has a lot of nostalgic value. So hopefully I don't lose that. I have it archived on the server. But yeah, so when this loads up, let me fix the white balance. I'm gonna select Leopard Recovery Clone and boot into it. So we're now in the installer. I'm gonna select English as the main language because I do speak English, of course. And let me move my chair a bit. Continue, agree. And untitled, here's the issue. I need to format that as APM as well. So let's go to Disk Utility. I haven't installed Leopard on a machine in years. Well, not years, a year. And then untitled is the OWC Mercury drive. And let's go to OS X Extended Journal and call that Macintosh SSD. So I'm going to erase that. And then 500 gig, I might as well just format that as another drive in the system. Also, my PowerPC challenge thing, I'm going to put a little bit of a twist on it. And the way I'm going to be doing the PowerPC challenge is no promises on that yet, because I still want to get legitimate permission from Tom Smith of It's My Natural Color, because it is his idea. I mean, yeah, so let's apply that, and then resource busy. Okay, interesting. Okay, here we go, that's better. Quit disk utility and Macintosh SSD. Let's select options here. Okay. And then continue, customize, and that's how we do it. So no X11, no language translations, additional fonts and printer drivers is fine. That reduces my space down to 6 gigs. And then install, and usually the install goes a lot quicker when I do this, obviously. So yeah, actually it is going fairly quickly. Probably because I'm using an SSD. Anyway, so I'm going to continue the video right as we're getting the install video. So you can see install succeeded. So it's going to restart now. Also, something to note is this Mac Pro, or no, this G5 does have a lot of coil whine issues. It kind of coil whines a ton, so. Did that seriously boot up? Wow. So what I was saying right before the intro video started was that took like 15 seconds to boot off that SSD. Like, wow, that was fast. Anyway, I'm gonna fill out the information here and then continue the video once we're in the OS. So we're just about to enter the operating system here. Wow, this is the first time I've seen Leopard in about a year, actually. Haven't been fiddling with any Leopard machines, I don't think, at least. Anyway, we can go ahead and eject the external FireWire drive. I believe that's turned, yep. And then, first, indexing, okay. Can do this manually. Let's go to utilities here. No, not time machine. Utilities here, and go to disk utility, should be at the top here, okay. And then Leopard. Let's call this secondary HD. I believe that is spelled secondary. Yeah, I can't see too easily from this distance. My eyes are getting bad again. I'm getting new glasses in a few days, so. It's nice because I'll actually be able to read that text, but my eyes are continuing to get worse from how they were. So that's unfortunate, but oh well. So you can see Macintosh SSD and secondary HD here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some games and stuff installed on here, and we are going to just play around with it. So we encountered a slight issue here. The machine crashed again, and I just restarted it. But sadly, it is showing signs of logic board failure, which is what took my other machine. So anyway, ooh, 6 gigs instead of 8 gigs, interesting. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, with that said, I think this video is kind of getting long. You can see I am editing the other footage right now, and it's gonna be around 14 minutes by looks, 15 minutes maybe. So I think I just finished installing updates on it, and I'm gonna install some games, and I think this would be a good time to end it here and do a second part to the video. So I'm going to, like I said, end it here and then continue in another video that should be out in a few days. So yeah, with that said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.